Pathological narcissists live in a fantasy reality because they're living predominantly through their ego. Now, when it comes to the ego, understand that the ego is a mind-made construct. Essentially, the ego is a figment of someone's imagination. It really does not exist, hence they live in a fantasy reality. You've heard me say it on this channel that pathological narcissists are programmed backwards because you should not be predominantly your ego. This is because we're spirit operating a human body with access to tools such as our mind, our willpower, and our emotions. And if our ego is a part of the mind, it is a mind-made construct, then that means that pathological narcissists have identified with their mind. So they believe that they are the tool, which does not make any sense. And identification with the mind is one of the main signs of mental illnesses. Eckhart Tolle, spiritual teacher and author of best-selling books such as The Power of Now and A New Earth, has this to say about identification with the mind. To be identified with your mind is to be trapped in time, the compulsion to live almost exclusively through memory and anticipation. This creates an endless preoccupation with past and future, and an unwillingness to honor and acknowledge the present moment and allow it to be. The compulsion arises because the past gives you an identity and the future holds the promise of salvation, of fulfillment in whatever form. Both are illusions. Pathological narcissists live in a fantasy reality. They live in the upside down. They live in a underworld. This is because they do not believe that they are spirit. They believe that they are ego, and believing that they are the ego means then that they believe that they are their mind. So what you're dealing with is a captain that abandoned their ship. The driver is in the back seat. They're caught up in a fantasy reality by identifying with their mind. In closing, it is important to understand that the Titanic only goes one way, and that is down. So, unless you want to be like Rose, stranded in a cold, dark place on a piece of board, it is best that you abandon ship. This means you'll have to go no contact or do the best low contact or gray rock that you possibly can. Pathological narcissists are people that are rooted in their shame and they are unable to move past their pride. And this is where the popular saying comes from that misery loves company. So they are unable to ascend, so you must descend down to their level. And this means then you're going to be in a very dark place. You're going to be in the upside down. You're going to be in the fantasy reality with them, where up is down, left is right, and nothing that you will do will ever be right. This is what life is like at this low vibration. This is victim abuser consciousness. Call it the third dimension, call it hell or purgatory, but you are heading down the wrong path, which means that you must ascend, and you do this by getting the courage to walk away and stay away, or getting the courage to gray rock, or getting the courage to do little to no contact if that is the best option that you have. Stay safe, folks, and as always, if you appreciate the content, please give us a like, share, and subscribe. Go ahead and save the videos. And if you have any questions or feedback, go ahead and leave a comment, and I'll catch you in the next video.